I'll be swapping cameras in one hot second, everybody. Need to correct one thing real quick. Let's see if that helps out just a little bit. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I was correcting my microphone slightly. I saw I had a slight issue with it, so I wanted to readjust it. Now, with that, because we had so much fun yesterday on Black Friday sales, we decided to start Cyber Monday sales early. You know what? Hey, why not? Now, with that, we got a great show lined up with you guys with all of those amazing products that we showed you guys yesterday. We're going to go back through it. We're going to show you guys these again. Products that will help you out in any situation needed, ranging from just small, quick emergencies to, hey, I just want to run a whole home, or I want to run a food truck. Why not? I mean, hey, you have the options. You guys, great deals to be had, honestly, up to 65% off on some of these products. With that being said, we still have that 5% discount code for you guys for watching these lives. So if you guys purchase anything over $1,000, you guys can use that 5% discount code. Save yourself a few more bucks off of that purchase for watching this live with us. Now, like I always say, guys, if you haven't, hit that follow button and, of course, hit the live notification button. That's going to help you guys know when we go live and when we do these sales and deals. It's also going to allow you to know when we, of course, have fun and do all of these cool shows. My mic, you're muted. No, my mic's working. Hopefully you guys are hearing me because I see sound on my end. I want to make sure. Let's see. Do I hear myself? Yeah. All right, cool. I'm good. Fernando had me scared. Fernando had me scared. I was like, there's no way my mic's not working. All right, guys, like I said, we're going to have fun. We're going to try and get through this day. If you guys have been following me for the past, you know I've been fighting a head cold. And the meds are starting to work. The meds are starting to work, finally. Now, guys, we have the great 1000 V2 coming up first with an amazing price point of $332 for you guys. You're going to notice in the carousel it says $349. If you guys use that discount code we have for you, you guys can get it for $332. That's right, $332. Now, Fernando will post that in chat on the Jackery side. I will be posting it over on the Dragon Blogger side in a few for you guys. Now, with that, of course, this is going to be an amazing little product that's going to do actually very, very phenomenally well for you. Honestly, this little bad boy station will work perfect for you guys. This is going to be that station that's going to do amazing things in a small package. Now, what do I mean by small package? It's 24 pounds. Now, at 24 pounds, that's a nice, lightweight, and portable device that will work well for you. That's that bottom table. The bottom table is always going to be the smaller power stations because we want to give you guys that close-up look of how the difference in sizes. I consider the 1000 V2 to be a portable and a nice, small power station. Just saying. Now, if I can get my camera to work properly, it would be okay. 1070 watt hours of power that's going to actually pack quite a punch. Now, that 1070 watt hours of power can be charged in a multitude of ways. First and foremost, if you had wall plug charging, 2-hour standard quick charge mode. Now, hey, because Jackery wasn't happy with that, and they were like, well, what about those people that are in an emergency situation? They know they're going to lose power very, very shortly. What can we do about them? They said, hey, let's create Charge Shield 2.0. Let's make a system for this charging system that allows to charge these lithium batteries in 1 hour. So you guys can have 1070 watt hours of power in 1 hour time by switching over into the app and switching on emergency situation charging. I will, though, tell you, if you guys use emergency situation charging, use it sparingly, because I'm going to go here with you. The more you use emergency situation charging, the quicker you're going to get to, of course, that first 4,000 to 6,000 charge cycles that most of these systems qualify for at 100% charge rate. After that first 4,000 to 6,000 charge cycle, you're going to get about 70 to 80% battery capacity after that. So Use it sparingly, use it in, of course, emergency situations. You have a digital display in the middle of this one. It's actually a nice little 1.5-inch to 2-inch screen. That display is going to be a nice black background, bright high-vis orange and white writing. It's going to allow you to see the Wi-Fi connectability and the Bluetooth connection on there for you guys. So that's where it's going to nicely stand out perfectly well for that. Now with this device, you're going to also have a flashlight. That flashlight's going to do 3 modes. SOS pattern to warn people that you need help. Highlight lighting so you guys can actually see what you're doing, maybe in your tent or around the home. Or low light settings for those people that just want to use it as a night light. You guys can do that as well. You're going to have a 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. Now the 12 volt 10 amp DC plug is going to be like a cigarette lighter adapter style plug. Some of you may not know what that is. Some of the newer cars don't have those plugs anymore. It's a rounded DC style plug that used to have a cigarette lighter in it. That's why we call it a cigarette lighter adapter plug. With that, you're also going to have 2 USB-C ports, a 30-watt port, a 100-watt port. I'm using that 30-watt port right now to run some LED lighting for the show. Technically, probably don't even need the lighting because I have the curtain opened and it's bright daylight. Usually I have all the curtains closed and you guys can see the lighting effects a little bit better and cleaner. But I'm like, I want you to see these stations a little bit more, so I have lighting going to full bore. Now with that, you're also going to have a USB-A 18-watt standard port below that, and then you're going to have 3 AC outlets. Now, the AC outlets are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. 1,500 watts power is going to be enough to do like 1,150 watt window AC, your 800 watt kitchen stove, your 200 watt desktop PC, your 45 to 65 watt flat screen TV, or another power station if you really needed to, right? Can max at 3,000. So if you need to go above and beyond that, let's say Fernando's sitting at home, he lost power in his apartment. He needs to, of course, power up a hot water tank or something. It can do 3,000 watts of power, so Fernando's going to be set. He don't have to worry about it. Now, Fernando's probably real tired because it's like 1 o'clock in the middle of the night, but, Fernando's sticking it out with me, so let's make sure he has power to keep warm. You got to have fun with everybody, right? Now with it, you can do so much more. It's got a bunch of different ways. Like I said, you guys can charge it in 3 different directions. So if you want to charge it with solar panels, 2 of the 200 watt solar panels, it's going to give you guys about a 2.5 hour charge time. If you're going to do it in a cigarette lighter in your car, it's going to take a lot longer than that, probably over 5 to 6 hours or more. Now the cool part is Jackery always makes sure that you guys are covered with the carrying bag. With, of course, cables from the wall plug to the cigarette lighter adapter plugs and all of those other pieces. Cigarette lighter adapter plug, that's what your plug's going to look like. So if you guys need that, you have that one as well. So they're going to make sure that it is carried, covered, and you're ready to go. With 1,070 watt hours of power, you guys can do space heaters, Bluetooth speakers, movie projectors, drones, batteries. You don't have to worry about it because it also has a fire retardant shell with the UL certifications, 94V-0 flame retardant shell. And then you're going to have the UL 2743 of course, shock resistant shelling on top of that. When you want to run your devices, you can run those without a problem. Maybe 29 hours with a Starlink Mini, maybe 20 drone batteries, 14 laptop charges. If you want to do that, you guys can, of course, do it in green style energy, clean energy. 12 hours with a heated pad, maybe 55 minutes with an electric grill. So you guys want to get those pot stickers going, or you guys want to get those skewers going, go ahead and fire up that grill and start cooking them up. You guys can, of course, do with what's called a UPS, uninterruptible power supply. So maybe you have a CPAP machine hooked up to this. You have this connected to the wall. You're worried about your power going out. Power goes out, this device will kick right over in under 20 milliseconds. Your CPAP machine's still working, you're still breathing, and you're having a nice night's worth of sleep. No issues with it whatsoever. Maybe you want to do Christmas decor, and you could do Christmas decor. And that's the cool part about this. So if you guys want to go and take it outside, take it outside. You guys will see in this video right here that I actually have it outside. I'm going to have it connected up to 5 inflatable decorations on the inside of the fence, 5 inflatable decorations to the outside of the fence, and 5 to 6 or more sets of string lights. Now, with the amount of lighting and all of that, I still have a nice long run time, even off 22% battery. With the full battery, I should get a whole night's worth of decor, lighting, and fun for the people to enjoy as they go driving around looking at Christmas decor. Now, with that, that's a great idea. It's a phenomenal piece. And you guys could do it, of course, with the Halloween decorations. You guys could do it for the 4th of July. You guys could do it for, of course, your parties out back in the barbecues, whatever you really want to. The 1000 V2 could stand the test of time and do that for you. Now, at $332, that would be your final price. Now, remember, like I said, you're going to get cables included. Now, you may or may not get the bag. Some of the older stations came with these bags, and I loved them. Now, you may get something like this included with the kit. This is going to be an adapter to charge your device inside your car as you're driving around. You may get a wall plug, and you guys can see I've been using this actual wall plug adapter, so that's why it looks like it's a little funky. If you guys get a solar panel kit, you may get some adapters like this, the 820 to 7909s. Hey, you can't go wrong with all these connections. Now, if you guys get in a battery style device that has an extra battery, you will get a linking cable. Now, that linking cable will determine if you guys just buy the battery or if you buy it as a kit. And that's a cool piece as well. The display, nice, beautiful display. If I pop it over here and we change back to the camera, you guys can see how bright, high-vis colorway, easily readable. And that's what they want to make sure. They want to make sure it is easily readable for everybody. So if you can't see that it says 95%, well, then you're probably blind like me, and it's okay. Just put your glasses on, and we'll be good to go. Now, you guys, of course, see that I'm using about 7 watts of power, and it says I have a long runtime left with that. Technically, it's probably saying it says 99 hours of runtime. Do I believe it's got 99 hours of runtime? I don't know, because we're going to test it out in theory, right? It really isn't going to give me 99 hours, but hey, that's cool. Input, output voltage, Bluetooth connectability, and all the accessories that you could ever want to work with. At $332, you have a 24-pound system that's going to rock your world. Now, with that, of course, you guys can also move over to a package deal if you guys want to get the 1000 V2 with a 200-watt solar panel. Now, by adding a 200-watt solar panel, the price is going to go up a little bit to $551 at 50% off, but you're getting a beautiful solar panel. Now, that panel is a larger panel. That panel is going to be this big boy right here. Now, this panel is so big that I really can't pop it open and show it to you fully without having a problem. So let's kind of give you guys a little glimpse of it. Now, it goes bigger than that. It's going to fold out 4 times, but it is a nice little piece. Now, the one thing I never show, let's see if we can actually show it here, right? Let's see. There is a sunlight angle indicator right there. That's going to help us angle this device at the sun to get the optimal charging with this. Now, $551 is going to be your price tag for this. You're going to get this large solar panel that folds out 4 times, bifacial charging, reflective charging on hand. It can actually do 26.7% efficiency in low light settings, so you guys don't have to worry about it. It's got, of course, the kickstands and everything on well if you need. So $551 will be your price point for that 1000 V2 and 200 watt solar panel. If you don't want to have a single 200 watt solar panel, they have an option for 2 100 watt solar panels. It's going to be about $599 for that one, so you're going from $551 to $599. Both are, of course, amazing deals. The difference is you have 2 panels instead of 1. I mean, it's going to be the same charge rate. You're going to have lighter panels with the 100 watt panels, but it's about 55% off with that one. So great deal, great idea, phenomenal product, and of course, all of that. If you want to, though, you guys can get it with a single 100 watt solar panel for $499. Now, the 100 watt solar panel is going to be almost identical to what you just saw. Not really. It looks nothing like it. I mean, look at it. It's a lot smaller. fabric handles, kickstands, bright orange high-vis Jackery logo. Bifacial charging, of course. So you guys have the dual-sided charging and everything in between. $4.99 will be that price tag for that one, guys. So if you need, check that on out as well. We got Justin popping up in chat, so let's see what he has to say about it. Huh? What's going on, Justin? We were having fun. We were discussing things, and all that other stuff. We're also realizing that James needs to get over this head cold. So, guys, like that's the cool part. Like Justin, I still use these stations every time I do, a video or photography video or content creation. I grab a power station to charge up to use the lights. I grab them to use my camera gear. Sometimes I forget to charge my camera batteries because I do so many videos. I mean, when you're churning out 30 videos a week, you go through batteries. So I am the same way. I still use them very, very much. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. So like Justin saying he uses his a lot. Now, I'm one of them people. I was never a really big believer in power stations. I was like, oh yeah, cool, whatever. I can see people using them. Me living in an apartment, I couldn't see me using them that much. Till I started using them. Now I grab them more than I actually plug into a wall plug. It's funny. I really do. I use them more than it's so much easier than grabbing an extension cord. It's so much easier than all of that. It's just grab a system and go. Use the 300. The 300 is a great power station. That 1000 V2 that we're showing, that's a step up and then some. That thing would really, really work well for you. And it's still super light. I mean, yeah, it's not 7 pounds, but at 24 pounds, it's still very, very lightweight. My new favorite, I'm gonna go here. My new favorite's right next to it. That's my new favorite. I use that 240D so much, it's crazy. I used to use the 100 plus every time I did content creation. I use the 100 plus to plug in all of my lights all the time to do content. I now grab this one and do it. So it does everything the 100 plus did, but with a bigger battery. We'll get to that one a little bit later. Now, Justin was talking about the 300. Now, that is the Jackery Explorer 300. This is a beautiful little power station. 293 watt hours of power and a 7.1 pound package. At 7 pounds, it is super lightweight and very easily movable. You guys could take this hiking. You guys can carry it into a campsite. You could move it around the house. You wouldn't have to worry about grandma having to pick up a 50-pound station. She could pick this up, move it into a room, and maybe plug in a lamp, or she could plug in her phone, or maybe just a lighting, or whatever you really needed. You guys could technically run a CPAP machine off of this for at least 5 hours. 293 watt hours of power is what this thing packs. Now, it packs it and it does it well, but it's got the older battery system, so it takes a little bit longer to charge it. It's about 3.5 hours to fully charge this device, which isn't that bad for a system of this style. Now, it'll be the same charge time as if you guys plugged it into your car at the cigarette lighter adapter and were driving to the beach for the day and needed it to charge up. Or you're leaving home to go camping for, Memorial Day or whatever you guys choose to go camping on. It will be charged by the time you get there and you'll be ready to go. Now, the great part as well with this is if you had, let's say, a 100-watt solar panel, it's about a 7.5 hour charge time for this device. Now, you're going to have multitudes of connections and ports. You're going to have a 12-volt 10-amp plug on the front. So you guys can plug in your air compressors, your old single-piston air pumps. Maybe you guys want to plug in an air mattress. You got all those in between. Yeah, I mean, CPAP machines are great. Like the 1000 V2 would be great for that. With the CPAP machine, it would get you through the night without a problem and then some. They are phenomenal. They're actually having a really good deal right now. So like the 1000 V2 with our discount code is like 332 today, which normally it's like a $700 price tag. It's a great price point. The 300 that we're showing you right now is about $159. It's a 39% savings with this one, and it will get you through at least a majority of the night sleeping. It's not going to get you through the full night, but it will get you through a majority of it without a problem, and that's a great idea with this. Now, you're going to have two AC outlets on the front of the 300. Those are your standard 3-prong American plugs. They're going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 600 or peak at 500 with this one if you needed to. Now, you're going to have two USB-A ports on it and a USB-C port. The USB-C port is a 60-watt bidirectional port. So it's going to be able to charge inwards or charge outwards, whatever direction you need to do that at 60 watts. You're going to have the 6.5 millimeter DC plug on the side. That's going to be for like your solar panels, your wall charging, or your cigarette lighter adapter in your car to charge it with. Now, if you want to, like I said, 3.5 hours on the wall plug is what your charge time would be. 7.5 hours with the 100-watt panel. Now, another cool part with it is they can actually do dual charging capability. So if you want to use the USB-C port and you want to use the wall plug together, you'll have a 2-hour charge time off of this. I'm actually streaming for Jackery, so I'm on Jackery's channel. So I'm multi-streaming right now. I'm not on just one channel. I'm actually on Jackery's side too. It's a little bit different than that. But I mean, it's a phenomenal product. It's a great option with this. Now, it can run a Nintendo Switch for like 40 hours. It can do 12 to 13 cell phone charges, 15 camera batteries. You guys could do, of course, like 3 laptop charges as well. And that's as beautifully as it gets. It can do so much more, like 4 hours with the house fan, maybe 4.5 hours with the flat screen TV. It's not the world's biggest one, but it's lightweight, and that's the cool part about this. You guys can take it pretty much a majority of everywhere. And that's a wonderful idea to have a nice lightweight product that will get you from place to place without an issue. For $159 by itself, it's a great kit. You guys can get it with the 100-watt solar panel that I'm holding in my hand for like $284. So $284 would be the price point for that one. So that is where that is. Justin, I used them to test all my Xmas lights before I put them up. You actually test your lights, Justin? Yeah, so I'm not, it's a little bit different than that. Yeah, I mean, Justin, I was doing it. I tested the Christmas tree with them, same as you, though. That's just, I don't know about doing all the lights. I don't know if I can do all the lights. Now, stepping it up in size, we can go to the big brother, the 2000 V2 from the 1000 V2. Now, normally it's a $1,500 price tag. I think it's coming in at like $699 today. By doing that, we just have to pop up on the table. We see, of course, more power stations. And we're going to move to the middle of the stack over here. Now, you know what? Let's back up a second. That middle power station and that big power station in the corner are the same size. They're 2,042 watt hours of power. The other one is built in the older battery style, so it's a lot bigger. Now, if you look at the middle one over here, you're going to notice the size difference for 2,042 watt hours of power. Now, the 2000 V2, if I can get my camera to stay focused, is 2,042 watt hours of power in a 24-pound package. Now, 24 pounds, no, not 24 pounds, 39 pounds. The 1000 V2 is 24. And it's been one of them weeks that I'm messing up now. So, 39 pounds, it steps up in weight, but it's a lot bigger of a battery. Now, it's still 39 pounds, so like PC Phil here could grab it, pick it up, carry it around. He could, try to get his kid to carry it, but I don't think that's going to happen. But Phil could do it without a problem. Now, Phil, what's up, buddy? Good morning, my guy. How are you doing? Big Tender, I appreciate you popping in and hanging out with us. I really do. Yeah, hey, what's up, buddy? You need a power station or three? I mean, you already have a whole bunch, I'm sure, but it's the meds. The meds have started working, but I don't know, man. It is definitely a nice bright day. Yesterday we had snow. Today it's sunny. We could definitely pull in a lot of solar today. I agree with that. So 2,042 watt hours of power can be charged in 2 hours time, guys. 2 hours standard quick charging is a phenomenal charge rate. Now remember, with most of these systems, you guys can do app control. So you guys can control the devices, the plugs, and switches all through the Jackery app. And the app is accessible on Android or iOS. So if you guys have a tablet or if you guys have a phone, you can get it from the Google Play Store or the Apple Play Store. No problem. By doing that, we can come over here and we can say, you know what? I'm going to trigger people and say, I need help. SOS. Kind of like they did on, of course, Stranger Things. With that, we can go into standard highlight mode just by a tap of a button on my phone. I can change the darkness of the lighting and dim it down if I really needed to. I don't have to worry about it. If I want to turn on the DC plug, I can turn on the DC plug, and by doing that, the USB-C ports are now active. That also activated the digital display. It would be the same as turning on the AC plug. So let's say I want to, of course, connect up my house fan, start running my house fan off of it just by tapping it. I'm good to go. Now, if I want to turn that screen off, I can shut the screen off as well, or I can turn it back on. Inside that app is also going to give me access to turn on emergency situation charging. So your standard 2 hour quick charge time can change to a 1 hour charge time. I have 2,042 watt hours of power charged in a hurry. That means Phil can get through his day of gaming with the kids without an issue. Flashlight is not the only piece of connectability on it, guys. You still have the 12 volt 10 amp serial plug. You have the two USB-C ports, 30 watt port, 100 watt port. You also have that beautiful 18 watt USB-A port and those three AC outlets. Those three AC outlets are going to do 2,200 watts of pure sine wave power, and it's going to do it very well for you. Now, if you guys need to go above that 2,200 watts and you need to plug in, let's say, your hot water tank, your CPAP machines, and all those other pieces, do it. 4,400 watts max surge power. Looking forward to having a basement finish so we can set up all the gaming consoles. Yeah, sure. Rub it in, buddy. You got all the gaming consoles. I ain't got none. Okay, I got one. Now, with the device of this magnitude, you guys can charge it in other ways as well. Let's say you had a 200 watt solar panel, 5 hour charge time. You had 6 of them, 2 hours is your charge time. Add it with wall plugging, 50 minutes, and of course you're charged, you're ready, you're Bob's your uncle, and you're good to go. Now, this is created with our new cell to body technology, or CTB. You cut a beehive open. I mean, don't do it while the bees are in there because they're going to attack you, but go ahead and cut a beehive open. Look for the cells that hold the honey, the cells that hold the queen jelly, you know, all that good stuff. That's what they designed the inside of this station to look like, a beehive cell. So what that did is it actually condensed the size of the station. It protected the battery. It made a quicker build time and a quicker turnaround time. So you guys can actually set it up, be up and running, and not have to worry about it in a quick fashion. And that's the cool part with this. So you guys can do that and have fun and enjoy it as you want with that. And I love that idea. So if you want to do, you know, whatever you need, you guys can do that. And of course, have it finished in a timely fashion. Now, by doing that, you guys have a phenomenally beautiful idea of using and running and connecting and all that other things. I love it. Now, what could you run off of this power station? Well, you could run quite a bit because, well, it's got a lot of power. You could do a 4-watt flashlight for over 64 hours, maybe 80 cell phone charges. You could run a coffee maker for over 3 hours with this. You could run a CPAP machine for multiple days and not have to worry about it. You could do 26 hours with a 200-watt refrigerator. That means Phil's got, of course, game day snacks up and ready for the kids, and he can have my fruit punches nice and cool. Now, if you need to, you guys can run a shop vac for 2.5 hours. Hey, why not do it? 2.5 hours with a tree trimmer, 2 hours with an electric grill. You guys can do, of course, a 200-watt desktop PC for 12 hours. That means Phil can actually get his content done. See what I did there, Phil? Huh, buddy? See what I did there? Oh, if you want to, guys, go ahead and run your laptop 24 charges, water pump for 20 hours. You guys can do, of course, the rice cooker batteries and everything else in between. It's going to do it, and it's going to do it well. For $679 is your price point. It's a 15% off. I love that deal. I'm picking up what you're... Sorry, buddy. I had to poke at you. Oh man, it's definitely been a couple days for me. Uh, Phil, I would love to say I'm 100% on my game, but I'm not. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Now, it's a great product. I love the 2000 V2. The 2000 V2 is going to come in. It's going to do very, very well for a lot of people. It's a step up in size, which means you guys can run bigger devices. If you want to run an 800-watt kitchen stove off of it, go ahead and do so. You guys can run that 800-watt kitchen stove. It's not going to be an issue. That means you guys can, of course, sit there, cook your dinner, finish your dinner off, and be, of course, full. I mean, who wants to be hungry with no power? Not me. I mean, I want to be full, happy, and content so I can sleep the rest of the time away. Any questions about the 2000 V2? Go ahead and ask, guys. Yeah, I'm feeling better, man. The meds have definitely kicked in, buddy. The meds have definitely kicked in. What else do we have? I mean, we can kind of show you guys some of the things you can do with this. So let's say, whoa, I went a little too far. You guys could run some LED lighting, like I have the Govee string lights right there, or rope lights just sitting there lighting and going. You guys could do that. Pair it with a solar panel, and you guys can do it in fashion. And that's another cool piece with this. You guys can get the 2000 V2 with a 2-pack of solar panels for like $1,099. Now, that's going to be 2 of the very large 200-watt solar panels in that package deal. So you guys are going to get two of these big surfboards. And that's the cool piece. This is an amazing solar panel package you guys are going to get. One thing I wished, I would have loved to seen the orange logo still on the actual kickstand. It's on the handle instead. But I get it. Understand it. It's going to happen. You guys will get 2 of these in that kit. So, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Phil's going to show you guys and spare you guys some stuff. He's also going to post the link in the chats for you guys for if you guys purchase a system with 3,000 kilowatts or larger. You guys can actually fill out for the Residential Clean Energy Tax Credit Program and get a 30% tax credit. So that's a cool thing too. We had some people in here yesterday that did not know that you could fill out for that, which is always fun to teach people about that. Phil's the guy. He usually has that link right on hand. There it is. There it is, guys. There's your link. Thanks, Bobby. I appreciate that, my guy. I appreciate that. Now, again, like I said, if you want to, you guys can do Christmas decor with these stations. So I actually did the 2000 V2 back outside with all of the decor. You guys are going to see the battery's a little bit bigger with this one, so 87% charge. We're going to start kicking up that power. It's going to be about 120 watts of power that we're using. It's going to give us over 12 hours of runtime without a problem with that. So I think it was like 13.4 hours. You guys can actually run all of these decor pieces for over 13 and a half hours at 87% battery. That means over 15 hours of runtime of all this lighting. It's going to get you through a whole night of showing the cheer of Christmas to your neighbors. It'll be the same as your Halloween decorations, but some of you guys go crazy with your Halloween decorations and you set up about 20 different pieces. I get it. It's cool. But that 2000 V2, guys, is an amazing piece of technology that will do very, very well for you. Now, with us talking about the battery packages and what you guys could do with the batteries and stepping it up and getting you guys that tax credit. The next system actually qualifies you for that tax credit. This is the 3000. Now, the Jackery Explorer 3000 is the device I had sitting on the bottom. That is running some lighting systems right now. So if I wanted to turn that lighting off, again, I'd come over here, grab the app. We'll pull up the 3000. And I'll just turn that light right off just by hitting the app. I don't have to have that light on no more. If I want to turn the screen on and I want to see the battery percentage, I just turn it on by the app. If I want to turn that light back on within, of course, 20 milliseconds, the light should come back on just like that without a problem, and we're up and going. Now, with the app, you guys can see battery percentage. You can also see that, of course, they are working inside the Black Friday sales. Well, of course they are because, well, hey, we're sitting here and we're actually, of course, doing it, right? Now, Black Friday, Cyber Monday is always a time to check out some of the best stations at the best prices, and that's what we're trying to do for you today. Now, 15% savings, you guys can get this for $934, but you're going to get over 3,000 watt hours of power. That's right, 3,040 or 3,072 watt hours of power on this one. It kind of throws me off a little bit. With it, you're going to have a bunch of multitude of connections in a 55-pound package. Now, 55 pounds might be a little bit too much for some of you, but hey, if you're Phil, it's not bad enough at all. On the front, you're going to have two 100-watt USB-C ports, two 18-watt USB-C ports. You're going to have a 12-volt 10-amp plug and a 3-inch display. So they stepped it up and said, hey, why not give you guys a little bit larger of a display on this one? Now, besides the 12-volt 10-amp plug and the USB-A's and the USB-C's, you have four standard 3-prong American outlets that are going to do 3,600 watts of pure sine wave power, 7,200 surge power through it. You're also going to get a TTR30. So let's say Phil picks up himself one of those motorhomes or RVs or toy haulers that he wants to go travel in the country with. He can actually plug into the TTR30 and link it up to his motorhome and run the circuits inside that motorhome. That means he doesn't have to worry about connecting up to the park power. Now, again, does 3,600 watts or 7,200 surge, so if you need to go above it and beyond it, you guys can. That means that's window AC can be run off of this. Of course, the kitchen stoves and all of those other power-hungry devices. For 3,072 watt hours of power, it's going to take about 2.25 hours to fully charge this device. So, by time somebody's kids are done drawing on the walls, your system's charged and ready for you to go. If you had, I think it's like 400 watts of solar panels, is going to be like 11-hour charge. If you had like 1,100 watts of solar panels, It's going to be like a 3 hour charge. Why not go bigger or go home? If you want to do 2,500 watts of charging, you're going to have about an hour and a half working charge time, and that means you guys can plug in the solar panel and the wall plug together and get that charge period. Now remember, the wall plug is going to allow for 1,800 watts of charging, so that's where you're maxed out with this one. 1,800 watts on the wall plug, and then of course you guys double it with the solar panel charger. Now 3,000 can do quite a bit, and we're going to go into this. You guys can run a house fan for over 60 hours. You guys can do a 5-watt light bulb for 9 to 10 days. You could do a house refrigerator for 1 to 2 days. Maybe you want to run that Wi-Fi router or modem for about 60 hours. Go ahead and do it for 66 hours, technically. You want to do that 200-watt desktop PC, you're going to get over 20 hours of runtime without a problem on this device. Now I can do, of course, 6 hours with a rice cooker, 3 hours with an 800-watt oven. If I want to do flat screen TV for over 30 hours, I can do that. I can do 36 laptop charges, 60 tablet charges, 300 cell phone charges. I can do leaf blowers and, of course, hand saws for over 4 hours or more. Indoor, outdoor usage, you guys got it all. Charge up your GoPro cameras for Christmas, and you guys can do 300 battery charges. What? You heard me. 300 battery charges on GoPro batteries. 20 milliseconds to switch over, AC, solar start, fast dual charging. It's going to do very, very well for everybody. Now, with the app, you guys can actually, save yourself a few bucks. I mean, by having this and running it. Another cool part about the Jackery power stations is what they consider zero drain. What is zero drain? And no, we're not talking about, the water's not going to drain out of it. We're talking about 365 days of power. That means if I charge this device at 100%, I'm going to come back out there and there's going to be no draw out of the device for 365 days. Now, technically, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. You may still see draw from the battery if you're in a colder area. So if you put the system in, let's say your garage and it's not heated and it's minus 12 degrees outside, your battery will drain. It's not going to stop it from that one. Now, with the 3000, guys, they did something a little different. This one does need to be carried around, but they did create a nice little cart, or, it's a cart or, a dolly to roll it around. So you, if you want that, that's a separate product that Jackery offers for this. This price tag is going to be about $934, which is a phenomenal price tag. It's an honestly great price for a system of this size. Now, you guys could get it with the dolly for it's like $1,019. So if you wanted it with the dolly, I will kind of share that link with you. So if you want to get it with the dolly, it's right here. That is, of course, with the dolly. Or if you want to get it with two of the 200-watt solar panels, it's like $1,423. Normally a $3,000 price tag. You're going to get two of them large 200-watt solar panels, and you're going to get this beautiful station. Now, those panels are about $300 a piece right now on sale. So you guys are going to get the station and the panels at a great price point. Hey, Phil, what's for lunch, buddy? What are we making the kids for lunch, my guy? All right, with that, guys, I'm going to take a 30-second break real quick. I'm going to step aside. I'm going to play a video for you guys while I take this break. Now I am back from that little bit of break. I needed to step aside real quick second, but hey, we are back. We're back with some more. Now, the 3000 is one of their newer products. It's a phenomenal product. It does weigh a little bit, so do be cautious with it, guys, lifting it and moving it around. I don't want you guys to hurt yourselves. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Team lift if you must, or get that nice little dolly. Now, with that being said, we're going to step over to another large power station. We're going to talk about the 3600 Plus. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to apologize for the link in the carousel not taking you to the actual product, and I'm going to link you guys to the product that we're showing you. This is the 3600 Plus. Now, the 3600 Plus, again, qualifies you guys for that beautiful tax credit. You're probably wondering, well, which one's the 3600 Plus? What's the littler one over here? It's the baby. Now, you're probably like, that's not small. You're right. It's not. It's definitely not. It's 77 pounds, guys, but it is definitely smaller than the 5000. 5 bunch. Now, cool part about the top is it's got this carbon fiber pattern look and those beautiful orange handles and this telescopic aluminum handle that allows me to, of course, tip it, move it, and roll it around. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull it to the forefront. We're going to talk about this station right here. Now, this is going to be over 3,500 and beautiful 3,584 watt hours of power and a nice little package deal. On the front, you're going to have two USB-A ports. You're going to have two USB-C ports. 18 watt, 100 watt. You guys can pick and choose what you want to plug in. Power-hungry Apple devices, your low-power Android devices, or if you just want to charge a little Apple Watch at 5 watts, go ahead and do so. Power display, large display. So you guys have a power button, that'll turn everything on. You're going to have 4 your standard 3-prong American plugs down here. Beautiful plugs, right? Now these plugs are going to do with 3600 watts of sine wave, and of course you guys can surge. You're going to have that TTR30 plug over here. So if you guys need to do 3600 watts, go ahead and do so, or surge. Now, with it, of course, it's a great idea that we can actually sit here, wonder why James is trying to clean the top while he's talking, because, well, he saw something dirty on it. Charge time will vary with this one. It's about 2.5 hours on a wall plug. It's 4 hours with 1,000 watts of solar panels, or pair the two together and you have a 2-hour charge time, no problem. Now, with this one, it's got 10 milliseconds of switchover, so it's got a nice quick switchover time, which is great. It's got a lot of different connectabilities. It's got the beautiful display, app control, cell-to-body technology, over 6,000 charge cycles. So you guys are going to get 6,000 charge cycles at 100% battery capacity, and then after that, about 70 to 80% pack capacity. This is created with our new Therm Duro exclusive cell technology. It also comes with a 5-year warranty with that. 5 years, that's a great warranty. Can be worked down to like -20 to -4 or -20 to 45 degrees Celsius. It's going to be like a little below -4 all the way up to 113 plus degrees. That's where you guys can work with this. Now, it's a great little piece. I can sit here and, like I said, I can leverage it and move it without a problem. It's not an issue with me picking it, moving it. It's got 2 large 3-inch wheels on the bottom. It's got 2 casters as well. Now, with that being said, it's got more connections and ports for it. Look at that. Look at it. Just look at that. Now, this is going to give you guys the look of the wheels. It's going to also give you a look at the wall plug and the DC 8020 plugs. Now, you also have the DC expansion port for adding batteries. So you guys can add batteries to this. If you guys don't want to do that, you guys want to connect up to a smart or the manual transfer station, or you want to connect up to a second 3600 Plus, you have the AC expansion port. Air cooling technology, which is going to allow you to see kind of the fan in there and the batteries in the technology. So remember, because there's a lot of open spaces, this is not waterproof. Solar panels are for you. With it on the back, there is nothing literally on the back but, of course, the tag and your serial number. Now, the cool part is if you register this or link it up, it automatically pulls up the serial number for you, and you don't have to worry about all of that jazz on hand. Now, you should be able to run a 5-watt light bulb off of this device for over 120 hours, no problem. Bob's your uncle, you're good to go. If you want to run 1150 watt window AC, about 3 hours or so. Let's say 100 watt refrigerator, 2 to 3 days. 200 watt refrigerator, a couple days. You guys can do a washer about 5 times as well. No, it's not. You're not allowed. Nope, no Christmas. Christmas is over. You haven't bought nothing. All right, buddy. You go have fun hanging Christmas decor and all of the other stuff. I get it. He got bored. Didn't want to be here. Now, by itself, it's a phenomenal product. You guys can add 5 batteries to this. By adding 5 batteries, you're going to have about 21 kilowatts of power. 21 kilowatts of power. It's a phenomenal amount of power for majority of most users. Now, if you want to link it with the second system, you guys can do 43 kilowatts of power and have fun with that. 800 watt refrigerator or 800 watt kitchen stove should be able to run about 4 hours off the device alone, and then add all the extras, and you're going to have a longer runtime. If you want to do a 60 watt TV over 36 hours, no problem. 1150 watt window AC, 3 hours. You guys can do about 120 to 140 hours with the 5 watt light bulb. You can do 43 laptop charges, maybe 150 cell phone plus charges, maybe, of course, 70 tablets, or about 80 hours with a Wi-Fi router or modem. Leaf blowers, electric saws, drone batteries, mini fridges, and all of those other jazzy things you can do, go ahead and do so and enjoy it. 3600 plus, guys, is coming in at a great price point of $16.99 by itself. Now, $16.99 is a great price point, honestly. It's a good price point. If you want to get it with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels, go ahead and do so. You guys can get it at about $18.89 for that price point. Now remember, because these stations are over $1,000, you guys can use that 5% discount code and save yourself a few bucks. I love that idea. Now, if you also need, though, you guys can get it at a full package deal, and that's what I'm always going to gear you guys towards. If you want to, you guys can get this product, the battery, and 2 solar panels for like $29.99. Now, $3,000 is definitely a step up in price, but you're getting a battery, the station, and 2 solar panels. Great price point, phenomenal little piece, and it will do well for you guys. The 3600 plus is an amazing station. You can work pretty much whatever you really want to work on it and have fun doing it. So that's a cool idea. So like, let's say, see if I can do this. Let's attempt to do this live. You guys want to see me attempt something? Mm-hmm. Let's grab something. Let's plug it in. So let's power it up. Let's turn on, of course, the adapter plug. You're going to see a 27% battery. We're going to plug in, of course, the phone. It's going to start drawing about 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 watts of power. Now we're about a watt or so. We're running the phone off, of course, the 3600 plus. So it's that easy to connect up to stuff and run them without a problem. You want to spin the phone around, go ahead and spin it around. Shutting it back off is also just as easy as holding down the power button. And you guys can, of course, shut everything down as you want. So just connect it, shut it, power it off, you're good to go. Of course, me being me, I can't even get my fingernail in there because, well, I'm just me. Now, again, it's got app control, which is great. So you guys have full app control on this device if you want to. You guys can actually do everything you want on hand through the app to control it up and run it. 3600 plus is a phenomenal product. My phone shut down. All right, we're going to move this out of the way and we're going to pull in a bigger power station. Now, what I'm going to do with this bigger power station is going to show you guys a little bit more of how easy it is to move these devices. So this is the 5000. The 5000 is over 120 pounds of weight. But if you guys notice, I can tip it and I can move it without a problem. It's got nice large wheels. It's got a nice handle system on the side or on the back. It's got handles on the side, so if I need to lift it and move it around, we can lift it, carry it, and all of those other pieces. Do I recommend holding 130 pounds like that? Not always. I mean, hey, let's go there. The Jackery Explorer 5000 is one of their largest systems. It's technically their largest system they make. Now, the 5000 is, of course, it's 5,000 watt hours of power in a beautiful package. Now, it's a LiFePO 4 cell. It's got multiple points of connections. It's a large device. This is going to be more geared towards running your whole home. On the front, you're going to have two USB-C ports, 100 watt ports, two USB-A ports, 18 watt ports, 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. So let's say I can grab this and I can actually show you guys this. Let's say we had a cigarette lighter adapter and we wanted to plug it in and connect it up. We just plug it in just like that and connect it up. This would be the same if you guys were using the Jackery battery charger cables. So if you guys wanted to charge your battery on your car, you guys can grab the Jackery battery charger cable and plug in through that, and you're good to go. You have, of course, 4 of your standard 3-prong American plugs on the front. These do 7,200 watts of sine wave. So 7,200 watts of power sine wave is what you're going to pull through these front plugs. Now, nice, large display. And that's beautiful. The beautiful Jackery logo. Their name of the actual device. Perfectly placed for you. Cell-to-body technology yet again with this one. Now, there are more connections and usabilities with the 5000 plug because on the side, you have more connections. First and foremost on the top is going to be your AC expansion port. The AC expansion port is going to be for linking batteries. It's going to be for linking a second system. Now, linking to a second system or linking to a smart transfer station. The smart transfer station is a really kind of cool product that I'm actually going to kind of show you guys if I can find it. Let's see if I can actually find this, and let's see if I can do a product page real quick. So this is what the smart transfer station is going to look like. It's an electric circuit breaker box that will need to be wired to your house. And by doing that, you guys can actually run 12 individual circuits and, of course, power up your home that way. Below that are going to be 2 NEMA style plugs, 14-30, 14-50. These are 120 and 240 volt charging capable. These 2 pieces are going to allow you to, of course, connect up to an electric circuit breaker box in your motorhome, your RVs, or it's going to allow you to run your house dryers, your house stoves, or any devices with this. If you guys connect it up to TTR30 through the 14-30 or the 14-50, you guys are already linked and running. You don't have to worry about pairing it up other ways. Now, there's more to that because if we flip it to the other side, you're going to be with, of course, more paneling and more connections than you just saw. First, on the bottom is going to be your DC expansion port. The DC expansion port is going to be for connecting batteries. You're then going to have your wall plug charger. The wall plug charger is going to do 1,800 watts of charging for a 3.5 hour charge time. Under this panel is 2 80-20 DC plugs. The 80-20 DC plugs are going to allow you to connect up to and charge at 1,200 watts at a 5-hour charge time. Beside that is a high-power solar array. The high-power solar array is going to allow you to connect up to a large solar array, 4,000 watts or bigger, charge at 4,000 watts, and have a under 2-hour charge time. If you do not want the high power solar array, flip it, leave it on low power, and you're good to go with this. Cover it back up, and you're fine. Now, with this device, you guys can charge it two more ways. First and foremost is going to be charging it through that smart transfer station. The smart transfer station can actually charge at 4,000 watts as well, so a little under 2 hours or a little over an hour and a half charge time. You guys can do low power solar array and wall plug charging together, and you guys can actually charge those together and do that as well. When using the app on this one, you guys can monitor real-time generation of actual generating of performance or generating of power through solar or electric grid. That's also going to allow you to see the consumption of the electric and, of course, the solar charging. Now, it's also going to allow you to see your carbon offset as well with this. Now, if you need to, it's also going to allow you to do what's called, of course, setting up charge times or usage times. By doing that, you guys can actually get this to run during high volume times through your electric company. So during peak hours. Peak hours, they charge you more. So if you want to save time, you run off of this device and then charge on low peak hours, and then you, of course, run that way as well. Save a few bucks, right? Now, of course, you guys can do more than that because it does have the LiFePro 4 cells. It's got multiple forms of protection. It's got fire resistant, shock proof. It's got over 6,000 charge cycles for the first 10 years, and then you're going to have 70 to 80% battery capacity after that. Now, the 5000 Plus does a couple other things because it can actually do 20 milliseconds switch over standard, or with, of course, smart transfer station inside the app, switch it on, and you have 0 milliseconds of switched over. You don't have to worry about power outage whatsoever. So for, the data miners, the medical users, for like your medical equipment at home, like CPAP machines, oxygen machines, this device can actually stay running and not lose power whatsoever. And that's the great idea with this one. So you guys can actually do that, not have to worry, and just be up and running and not have any issues. $27.99 is the price tag on the 5000 Plus. Now, you guys could do much, much more than that. We're going to go into this because it's a large system that will do just that. You guys could do a 60-watt flat screen TV for 2 days off the system alone. Maybe 3 hours with the house dryer, 2 hours with the central AC, 4.5 to 5 hours with the window AC, 10 hours with an inverter heater. By itself, day or so of runtime. With 5 batteries, you guys are going to have 30 kilowatts of power. Should have at least 7 days of runtime, or 7.5 days. Now, if you add a second 5000 Plus system and 10 batteries, you're going to have 15 days of power because you're going to have 60 kilowatts of power. Now, remember, anything over 3,000 watts makes you eligible for the Residential Clean Energy Tax Program. So great ideas, fundamentally beautiful little system, and it's going to do very, very well with all of those needs. Now, if you want to, though, you guys can step it up and get the 5000 Plus with the 500X solar panel. Now, we're going to show you guys a couple videos of the actual 500X solar panel. Explorer 500 solar panel will take your gander at this. Of course, there's your first panel all the way over to your sixth panel, which is right over here. This is actually a very large solar panel that can actually fold up and be put away in that carrying case. Now it's going to do 500 watts. Of course, charging rate. Each panel is 85 watts. You have 6 panels and they do need to be put together. Now you don't have to leave it like this, but it can be set up like this. You guys can hang them out, or you guys can do the accordion style with the hinges that comes with it. Now, of course, it is a bifacial charge design, which is actually quite cool. When you accordion up and fold it up, it can be put away, and it's going to do very well for you. So if you're looking for it, the 500-watt Solar Saga 500 panel might be a great option for your charge rate of that 5000 Plus system or others. So that is, of course, that 500X solar panel that you guys can get as an option with that, which is kind of cool. So you guys have a great option of a solar panel that will do just that. It's going to rock your socks and work very, very well with that. So the 500X, guys, is an amazing solar panel to add to, of course, that 5,000 plus. 35% savings. It's like $33.99 for that. So if you need, definitely check that one out. Now we're going to come over to one of my favorite products. This has become, honestly, a favorite for me. Now, there's a reason for it. We're going to get into it. We're going to show it to you. Justin, if you have not seen this, you're going to love this little thing. Honestly, this thing's a beast. Now, this is what's called the 240D. They have an original 240. They have, of course, the 100 plus, and they said, let's combine those and let's make this the 240D. 240D, of course, has a beautiful carbon fiber top, which I love. It's got this amazing handle to carry it around. Now, this handle is super strong. It's very beautifully well done. But the handle is not just a handle. The handle, if I can pop this off, and you guys are going to see, is a USB-C to USB-C cable that does over 140 watts of charging capability. So you have a cable with this. They made it a braided cable with a nice thick covering to protect it without a problem. Now, another cool part is if I want to, I can detach or disconnect. Let's see if I can get this to do this. If I want to do it, we can take the cable off. I'm going to kind of show you guys once I can get the cable off. If I can get it off. And this is a cool idea. I love the idea. So we can take the cable off of this. Now let me grab. So they make a carrying bag for these, and that's another great idea. So you guys can actually make a carrying bag. So if I want to put the shoulder strap on this, I can connect the shoulder strap up to the device itself. Or I can put the 240D inside the carrying bag, protect the carrying bag with the cover, and then of course it's got a front clip, which now makes it a water resistant device. So we have water resistance and dust resistance, and it allows me to pull the flap open and still use all of the connectors. Now the 240D only weighs, that's right, the 240D only weighs 4.5 pounds. Now, like I said, I want to strap on, of course, the shoulder strap to this. Let me get the shoulder strap on here. I can now strap this around my neck, carry it around like a boom box, and I have, of course, accessibility hand-free, and I can take it wherever I want. Set it through my arm, and of course, it's on the side. You guys can readjust the straps however you want. That's a cool idea. So you guys have that usability of having a shoulder strap or carrying bag as well. Now, you will have to get that stuff separately if that's what you guys want. It comes with just the USB-C cable as the device for this, so that's what you guys are going to get. Now, what I'm going to talk about is 256 watt-hours of power in this device. Digital display, 3 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port, and a DC plug. The DC plug is going to allow you to charge at approximately about 3 hours charge time. The USB-C at 140 watts is going to give you guys a little over 2.25 hours of charge time if you want to charge that way. If you want to do, let's say, 100 watts of connectability, you have a 100 watt USB-C port right there as well. And that's actually kind of cool. You're going to have a 15 watt USB-C port and a 15 watt USB-A port. The 140 watt bidirectional USB-C port is how you're going to charge this device or charge other devices off of it. That's why they give you this cable. The only thing that is not included in this actual device is going to be the power brick. So you guys will actually need to get a power brick. If you guys don't have one of those beautiful little power bricks, you guys can actually get one from Jackery. Jackery carries 102 watt variation with, of course, GaN technology. So you guys can do that as well. Now, by doing that, you guys can actually have a nice charge time, great charge time. If you had a 100 watt solar panel, it's going to be about, I think, a 100 watt solar panel is going to be like a little over 2.5 hours. If you want to do it in the car off the DC plug, guys, it's about 4 hours charge time variation with that. But once fully charged, you guys can do 15 cell phone batteries, maybe 16 Bluetooth speakers. If you guys want to do 3 laptop chargers, go ahead and do so. Camera gears, vice versa, everything else you could think of, maybe 10 DSLR batteries. You guys could do 100 hours with a little 5-watt light bulb, maybe 10 camera batteries. You guys can do camping again. You guys could do drones if you want to choose a Starlink Mini. 9 hours with the Starlink Mini. This thing has come so handy to me. I use it for, of course, connecting up my DSLR batteries. I use it for connecting up to my Keystone lights, like the one I'm using right down here. With the broken tripod, ignore that. But great little option, 4.5 pounds at $132. It's a 37% savings. This thing is phenomenal. I love this new variation. It's become one of my fan favorites, or my favorites. I call it a fan favorite because I'm a fan of it. But beautiful. Now let's turn on the display so you guys can actually see that display. Input, output, and of course battery charge as well. So turning it back off, just hold it down. It'll shut power off and you don't have to worry about it. You're good to go. Again, zero drain. So if you guys leave it charged for a year, come back to it, it's going to be charged. It's going to be waiting for you. Do I always recommend using the zero drain? No. I mean, tender your batteries I'm going to say tender the batteries on these devices at least every 3 months. Plug them in just to top them off every 3 months. Make sure they're, perfect for you. Now, if that's not the device you want, then you guys can step it up a little bit, and we can, of course, go to the table, and we can jump up to the Jackery Explorer 500. We're on the wrong camera. So let's go over to that bad boy right there, and I can hear my kid coming in the house, but it's all good. The Jackery Explorer 500 is about $284 today. It's a 43% savings. We have 518 watt-hours of power in a 13.5 pound package. Now, 13.5 pounds is not the world's heaviest power station, and it's not the lightest, but it is definitely light enough to be taken everywhere. It's got a flashlight on the side that does a couple modes of lighting, of course, standard mode or SOS pattern. It's going to have 3 USB-A 5-volt 2.4 amp plugs in the middle. It's going to have 3 DC plugs on the side, 12-volt 10 amp plug, 6.5 millimeter DC plugs, and an 8 millimeter DC plug above it. You're going to have, of course, the 500 watt AC outlet that is 500 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 1,000 if you need to. 5.5 hour charge time is going to be your charge time with this. Now, 5.5 hours isn't a bad charge time, but remember, this is an original one, so it's got the original housing, original handle, and everything in between. If you had a 100-watt solar panel, about 7.5 hours would be your charge time. This device could run a TV for 7 hours. It could run a mini cooler for 9 hours, 30 hours with the laptop. If you wanted to throw something at your kid, you guys could do that and make them charge something. Hey, go ahead. 50 minutes with the blender, 8 hours with an air pump. You guys can do 4 to 5 hours with an electric blanket. If you want to where am I going with this? If you want to use a heated CPAP machine, over 9 hours of runtime is what you're going to get with the heated hose on. Turn the heated hose off and you guys would get way more runtime off of that than just that. Now, for $284, it's a great price. But get it with the 100-watt solar panel for $445, and you guys have an amazing package deal. That, of course, is that beautiful 500-watt solar panel or station. Yeah, losing my mind, I don't know. Now, we are going to move back down the table. We're going to talk about the smaller stations down here. We're going to talk about the one on the end, the 300 Plus. Now, the Jackery Explorer 300 Plus is a beautiful power station that's coming in at approximately $199 today. It's a 34% savings. Now, you have 288 watt-hours of power in an 8-pound package. You're going to have a flashlight that does 2 modes of lighting, standard lighting or SOS pattern. You're going to have a 300 watt AC outlet that can do 600 watts max. You're going to have a 100 watt USB-C port bidirectional, 15 watt USB-C port single direction, 15 watt USB-A port, and of course the 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug above. Digital display, app control. You're going to have under an hour and a half charge time. So under an hour and a half on a wall plug, fully charged, you're good to go. If you use the 100 watt USB-C port, it's going to be a little over 2.5 hours through that USB-C port. If you had a mini 40 solar panel, which does come as an option for $278, you have a 7.5 hour charge time. Now with it, you guys can run a Nintendo Switch for about 38 hours without an issue. 13 to 15 cell phone batteries, 5 drone batteries, 4.5 hours with the house fan, 15 hours with your Wi-Fi router if you really needed to, 3 laptop charges. You guys could do even more than that. You guys could do mini fridges. You guys could do, of course, lighting. You guys could do, I'm going to say pet aquariums. If you guys have like a fish tank that needs to use the air compressor or the pet heating pad, about 7 hours of runtime with that. 4 hours with your standard heated blanket, maybe 18 hours with the Bluetooth speaker, 4.5 hours with the flat screen TV, or 22 hours with the lighting if you want. Now, by itself, it is a great price point of an amazing $199. But if you want to get it with the mini 40 solar panel, you guys can get it for $278, which is a great deal. Now, that's going to give you guys an 11-pound package deal. So 11 pounds total weight. This is the solar panel that you're going to get with that. It's about 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, ½ inch thick at its thickest point. Fully waterproof, water-resistant solar panel, but it is small enough to be put in a backpack. The whole kit weighs 11 pounds total weight. Most people should be able to pack that into a campsite, maybe a photography shoot off up in the woods, or vice versa. Maybe you guys are going to a big state park and you want to do some photography shooting. You want to make sure that you're charged up with the camera gear and everything, but you don't want to carry, a 100-pound solar station. This one will work well with you and grab that solar panel and allow you to charge as you're going. If you want to, though, you guys can step it up a little bit. You guys can get it with the 100-watt solar panel for like $389. So you're going to be stepping it up. The charge time is going to drop down to about 4.5 hours instead of 7.5 hours. But you're going to do well with it, and it's going to give you guys a great kit. So phenomenal ideas, amazing pieces, and great options right there for you. Now, we're at the part of the show that I'm going to take a 1-minute break, guys. I'm going to step aside real quick. I'll play you guys a quick video, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, guys. Had to step aside for a quick second, but hey, we're back. We're back. We're going to keep on going and having fun with it. All right, what do we have up next? What are we going to show? All right, we're going to show you guys another beautiful, bigger power station. This is actually an amazing one. If you can't see the size of that device beside me, that's the 2000 Plus. Now, the 2000 Plus is an amazing, amazing power station. This thing's, of course, going to do very, very well for a lot of people. This one's going to be more geared towards those whole home workers, so that when I run off of the grid, the cabin builders, or of course, you guys just want to use it in your wood shop or vice versa. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to take, of course, the table, and we're going to move on over to the 2000 plus. Now, the 2000 plus is a 63-pound power station. So, because it weighs so much, Jackery added 2 large 3-inch wheels to this, a telescopic aluminum handle, and of course those bright orange handles to allow you to lift it up and carry it around. The wheels are designed to roll across most surfaces from concrete, pavement, grass, carpet, or vice versa. Wet, light, or like sand. Sand, will kind of sink. Same with wet mud. Don't roll through a mud puddle. So that's going to be the variation with this. Now you're going to have the 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug right on the front. So you do have that plug right there for you. You're going to have 2 100 watt USB-C ports that do 100 watts max charging capability. 2 USB-A 18 watt ports and a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug as well. You have that large 3-inch display that's going to allow you to connect up to the app. It's going to allow you to see the battery percentage. It's going to allow you to see the run times that it left and the charge time as well. You're going to get 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are your standard 3-prong American plugs that do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 6,000 for you. You're going to get that 5th AC outlet that's a NEMA TTR30 or 30R style plug. That's going to allow you to connect up to, of course, a manual transfer station. It's going to allow you to connect up to your motorhome RVs, or you guys can connect up to your house dryers or vice versa. Technically, if you guys have a welding machine, you guys could plug it into that as well, as long as you have the correct plug. Now, we're showing you guys the 2000 plus with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for 58% off today at $13.99. Now, you're getting 2 of the 200 watt solar panels and this beautiful station at a crazy price point, normally $3,300. Now, with it, 20 milliseconds to switch over, still has the flame retardant shell, but 2,042 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in 2 hours time on a wall plug. If you want to, though, guys, you guys can actually swap that out, connect up to 6 of the 200 watt solar panels, and charge it 2 hours. You already are getting 2 of those in this kit. Get 4 more, and you guys have a 2-hour charge time. If you want to connect it into your car cigarette outlet and do a charge that way, 25 hours cross-country trip is what you're going to be looking at. Now, it is an amazing piece that can do quite a bunch and do it very, very well. You have a lot of different connectabilities with this. Like if you want to run a CPAP machine off of this, you guys would get about 150 hours of runtime. You guys could do about 12 hours with the 200 watt desktop PC. Maybe 2 hours with the 1150 watt window AC. You guys could do about 3 hours with the coffee maker. 520 watt refrigerator, you're going to get about 3 hours of runtime plus. Remember, refrigerators don't stay running constantly. They kick on and off for the compressor. Now, if you want to connect up to a movie projector, over 14 hours of runtime on this device by itself. 26 hours with the portable refrigerator. 14 hours with the mini fridge, or about an hour with the hair dryer. It just really depends. For the wood shop workers or metal shop workers, you guys can do hand saws, table planers. All of that can be connected on. For the metal workers that want to connect up to and weld something, you guys get over half an hour on this device before it needs to be recharged. Approximately 60 to 70 cell phone charges, 45 drone batteries, 20 hours with a single piston air compressor, or 5 hours with a blender making daiquiris, milkshakes, and all of those other summerly fun drinks. Now, if you need to, inverter heater gets you over 19 hours, and you guys can keep on running with a silent device. This device is literally that quiet. 30 decibels is all you got. Most of that noise is going to be the cooling fan or the system kicking on and off. Now, for the product by itself, it's great. It's perfect. It's an amazing piece. But it is not where it actually stays or stops, because you guys can get it as a package deal called the 4000. Now, the Jackery Explorer 4000 kit is an amazing kit. You're going to get the system, an extra battery, and the 2 solar panels at a crazy price point of 12 or 19.99. So you're going from $1,400 to 19.99. That's a 55% savings today, which is a crazy price point. Let's go there. Now, the Jackery Explorer 2000 Plus can actually connect up to 5 batteries. By having a single battery connected, you have 4,085 watt hours of power now. By having 5 batteries total, you're going to have 12 kilowatts of power. Once you have a single extra battery, you guys are qualified for that tax credit. So anything after that is perfect for you. Now, with the extra battery, you're going to be like, oh, well, it's going to take longer to charge. Not really, because you guys can actually connect 6 of those solar panels to that battery as well and charge it as a 2-hour charge time. It'd be the same if you're charging off the wall plug, linking it up together 2 hours. Then when you add the 4th and 5th battery through the wall plug, it's going to take a little bit longer. If you're doing solar, every piece can have a solar panel. Now, by adding the extra battery, you just doubled your runtime on everything. So 300 hours with the CPAP machine, 28 hours with, of course, the movie projector, 24 hours with the computer. A little over an hour and 20 minutes with, of course, the welding machine. What? Yes, a little over an hour and 20 minutes with the welding machine. That's crazy. 120 cell phone charges, now 90 drone batteries, 10 hours with the blender. You guys can do the inverter heater for over 38 hours. And keep on going. This thing will do so much more. The 4000 kit is a beautiful kit. Honestly, this thing is an amazing kit. Perfect for everybody. Definitely worth checking out. So if you need a station like that, I'm going to say the 4000 kit's great. It's an amazing piece. Now, there are options and other pieces, so if you guys don't want it just as a kit, you guys can get it with a second 2000 Plus, and that's where it's going to get kind of cool. So you guys can link 2 of these 2000 Pluses together, add 10 batteries, and you guys have 24 kilowatts of power. Now, 24 kilowatts of power is enough power to run most of your whole home. You guys can connect it up to the manual transfer station, which Jackery actually makes. Connected up to electric power grid, and you guys can, of course, run your house that way. So that is where you have the options. So the 2000 Plus kit, definitely worth one of those pieces to check. I mean, the price point's definitely amazingly well done. So if you're looking for something like that, go ahead and check right there. Now, I believe we have about 25 minutes left of this show. We're at the point, like, we went through these products pretty quick, but we're at the point of showing solar panels. So I'm going to start off with the 100-watt bifacial solar panel. This is, of course, their most common solar panel that you're going to see in a kit. It's about $198 today. It's 34% savings. It's fully waterproof, water resistant. It's got kickstands. The kickstands are velcroed on, but they have an elastic strap that's going to allow it to sit at a 25-degree angle. 25-degree angle is perfectly well done. Riveted on fabric handles. So you guys have the riveted on handles. That's going to allow you to carry it around. Snap rings to hold it shut. Trifold design. Bifacial charging. So you have blue side that's going to get the reflective charging. It's got a black side that's going to get, of course, the main sun charging as well. When I pop this out, you guys are going to see that it is over 40 inches long without a problem. It's technically 60 plus inches. So you have a nice long and large panel. If I move it over there, you guys can see how the light reflects onto it, and that is going to be how you guys will charge this. It is an IP68 rated solar panel, so it's going to be fully waterproof, water resistant, can be left out in the snow, left out in the dirt, wash it off the hose, back up and running without a problem. This 100-watt solar panel can work on every device that they make. So you guys can connect up to the 100 plus, all the way up to the 5000 if you really wanted to. It has individually pressed snap rings all the way around on the side so you guys can tie it down. Now, with it, it's going to do 25% efficiency in charging in low light settings. So for those of you up in Seattle or those of you in Oregon and you have a lot of overcast or gray skies, it will do about 25% efficiency in that situation. If it's 100% sunny, you're going to get 100% charge rate. Now, it is super lightweight that I can actually hold it with one finger and not worry about it. Now, like most of their devices, it's going to come with a 10-foot cable. So you guys will get a 10-foot cable that's going to allow you to connect up to it and, of course, run it that way. Your cable may or may not come with a connector like this. It's got a USB-C port and a USB-A port to charge laptops just right off of the solar panel. Onto the end of the cable, you're going to have a 7909 and an 8020 adapter. To know what it is, it's going to say, of course, 7909 is going to have, of course, the black ring, but it can say that as well. If it's the 8020, it's going to just be a straight copper or straight chrome-looking piece with this. So you get that as well. Now, you may get another option, and they do have other options like this beautiful 100-watt panel. This one's not in the carousel today, but it is an option. This is called the 100-light solar panel. Now, the 100-light solar panel, if you guys can see, is bendable. I can bend this at 220 degrees, and it's not going to break, which means I can put it on my balcony. I can strap it to the roof of my house. Because it's so thin, it's amazing. But it is, of course, dual or bifacial charging. With this one, it's got a 10-foot cable, yet again, just permanently connected. It's a flat cable, which is even more amazing. But it's an Anderson clip ended style cable, so you guys can connect it up to a Y splitter if you want to. It also has, of course, this beautiful little adapter on the end, so you guys can plug it into, of course, the solar panels. Now, 25% efficiency with this one, but it is, of course, flexible and very, very usable. I love that they created this amazing panel. The 100, of course, light panel is a beautiful, beautiful panel. Just going to say. For those of you that want to step it up, though, you guys can move to like the 200-watt solar panel. Now, I am attempting to get the 200-watt panel clicked over to it. Now, the 200-watt panel is going to be this large solar panel. Now, this is a 200-watt solar panel that is fully waterproof, water-resistant, bifacial charging, has an ETFE laminate handle, comes with that same cabling, but has two kickstands. Kickstands, again, have the elastic strap and Velcro connections. When we pop it open, you're going to be greeted with, of course, that large panel that is a trifold design. Now, the easiest way to show this is on video because it is such a big piece. Solar panel from, of course, Jackery. Will look no further than the 200-watt panel I have sitting here. Now, this panel is going to be a beautiful little piece, bifacial charging, and can be carried around. It does come with a 10-foot cable. The 10-foot cable is a beautiful little cable. It's got an 80-20 adapter on the end. It's got, of course, that 90-degree piece with that. So if you guys need to go 90-degree, you guys can do that. Now, 80-20 is going to be your standard plug for most of your devices. Then it's going to have that 90-degree adapter to go to 7909. So if you guys need to go down to a smaller station, you guys can do that. 10-foot cable, but on this cabling, there's a couple extra things. You have a USB-C cable. You also have a USB-A cable, so you guys can actually charge phones or smart devices off of this through that cabling. Now, it is approximately 90 inches long when, of course, folded out, but it is bifacial charging. So this side, you're going to get most of your standard reflective charging light from. It's got built-in kickstands, so you guys can actually set it up and not have to worry about it. The kickstands are elastic strapped and Velcroed on. Got a beautiful little piece. It is a trifold design, so when I fold it out like this and set it over here like this, you're going to notice that we're going to come out here and it's going to come out 90 inches long. It's super long. It's so long, it's going to be hard for me to, of course, stand it completely flat out in this room for you guys to capture it on video for this purpose, which is amazing. The black side is going to be your monocrystalline solar cell side that's going to allow you to, of course, capture and get all of that beautiful lighting that you need to charge with. Now, it's going to do 100% charging and 100% light. And low light settings, 26.4% 26.4% efficiency in the light settings. Now, like I said, super long, very beautifully well done. And of course, front to back, you guys are going to have both of that reflective charging, which is amazing. The reflective side is a lighter side. It does have, of course, multiple kickstands, so you guys can set it up at that proper degrees of angleability. When done, you guys just snap it back together. So that is that amazing 200 watt panel, guys, at $319.95. You guys are going to have an amazing piece of technology. Honestly, that panel is beautiful, beautiful. Now, they have another option of panels out there for you as well. You guys can get like the 500X. The 500X is a large solar panel. You guys can see that right here. It's made from 6 85 watt panels. Now, these 85 watt panels are, of course, interlinked. They're interlinked and connected with Anderson clips. They're going to have, of course, separate hinges to hold it at a 25-degree angle. It's going to do 500 watts of charging and, of course, 18 volts. It's got the beautiful bifacial charging, so you guys can get that reflective light charging, but it's going to be able to charge some of your larger systems. So like 500X would be another great option for you if you were looking for something like that of the magnitude. Now, you guys could also do like the Mini 40 solar panel. Now, the Mini 40 solar panel is going to be about $78 today. It's normally $130. Now, this is, of course, that beautiful little solar panel. 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, half-inch thick at its thickest point. Fully waterproof and water resistant, so you don't have to worry about it. Pop it open, and you guys have a nice large panel that's going to do well for your smaller systems, like the 240D, the 300, the 100 plus. Now, it is 2.5 pounds of weight, so it is very lightweight, and it can be carried and taken everywhere. And that's the cool part about this. So lightweight, usability, accessibility, they got you covered with this. To be able to take it on the go and use it just anywhere is where it's really amazing. Because it's fully waterproof and water resistant, you can leave it out in the rain and not have to worry about it. Now, I had an idea that I showed it a few times. That you guys can actually use D-rings, clip this to your backpack, leave it only half open, and charge it like 20 watts. So you guys will get about 20 watts of charging capability while you're hiking into the campsite. Now, yeah, it's going to move around on you a little bit, but I mean, your backpack's already doing that anyways, so why not get that extra charge on your device while you're hiking in there to the site? Now, that's a cool idea. Magnetic clasp, so it magnetically shuts. You don't have to worry about it. It's like the size of a 3-ring binder. This thing is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So if you need a nice little little panel like this, the Mini 40 might be that option. Now, there's another option as well besides the Mini 40, the 100 Lite, the 100, of course, standard, the 200, and the 500X. That is going to be your tempered glass variation. This is going to be for the DIY people, for the people that want to set up their home and have a permanent solar panel kit. This is that option. So it's a tempered glass panel, fully metal housed all the way around. It's going to be dual bifacial charging. It's going to allow you to charge at 100 watts of rate. It's got fully metal housed with 12 individually pre-drilled holes, so you guys can actually connect up to the mounting hardware that they do come with it. Comes with four of what they call Z brackets. It's just a little bracket piece that you guys can mount in a nice little way to set this up off the ground. Comes with 8 self-tapping screws, 4 stainless steel nuts and bolts and everything in between with that. Comes with a 10-foot cable as well, so you guys have that 10-foot cable. It's got, of course, the Anderson clip end on it, so you guys can connect up to the devices that you want, or Y-split it to other solar panels. And then you guys can actually use the 8020 or 7909 adapter. Now, this is fully waterproof, water resistant, can be left out in the Arizona suns. So it's actually been tested at over 113 degrees, which is great. Under -4 degree weather could still work if you really need to, so you don't have to worry about that. The most you're going to have to worry about is ice buildup at that temperature, so do know that ice buildup will block the lighting. But this is an amazing piece. At $170, this is one of their beautiful panels. It's a great option, and that's why they came out with that one. And then, of course, they came out with this, just in case you want to have a flexible variation. So you have different options and different stylings of panels throughout these with this. So I love the way that Jackery did that. So great little pieces, great little options for you. Now I believe we have about 15 minutes or so left with this, so we're gonna don't know where that cough came from because I've been doing pretty good. But we're going to circle back around. We're going to talk about the 1000 V2, the 2000 V2, and so on with this. Now, the 1000 V2 is going to be one of their devices that's actually at a crazy sell point today. Now, the 1000 V2 is going to come in at about $332, and all you got to do is enter the Life 1000 code at checkout to get it at that price. Let's hop over here and let's go down to the table. Now the 1000 V2 is that beautiful device right there, guys. It's 1070 watt hours of power. It can be fully charged in a 2-hour time. Has an emergency situation 1-hour charge rate, so if you guys need to charge it quicker, go ahead and do so. Now with this, you guys are gonna have, hey, what's up, Trevor? How you doing, buddy? If you need, you're going to have that flashlight, 3 modes of lighting. You're going to have digital display, app control. You're going to have a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports, 30-watt port, 100-watt port, and, of course, that beautiful 18-watt port. The AC outlets are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 3,000 for you. So you have a nice, quicker peak charging with this. So if you guys need to go over that surge, go ahead and do so. 1070 watt hours of power should be enough power to allow you to run a 200 watt desktop PC for over 6 hours. It should be able to allow you to run your house refrigerator for at least that same amount of time without a problem, or then some. Now you have a large range of different products that you guys can do with the 1000 V2 off of this. It's the $332 price tag is where it really stands out. Now, remember, if you had solar panels, like 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, you'd have about a 2.5-hour charge time with this. But with that 2.5-hour charge time, you guys could run 14 laptop charges, 20 drone batteries, maybe 29 hours with, of course, the Starlink system, maybe 12 hours with the heated blanket, maybe 14 hours with the mini fridge, 10 hours with your flat screen TV. You guys can use it as a UPS, so uninterruptible power supply with the 20 milliseconds of switchover. Put it in your car for a road trip to power your little refrigerators that you guys take camping. It's got a wide range of ideas and devices that can be used in this, and of course, RAM. I love that it's going to do very, very well for you. Now, depending on what you connect up and how you use it, it's only 24 pounds though. At 24 pounds, it's nice, lightweight, it's accessible. I could take it on the go, and I don't have to worry about it. So it's going to do what I need, when I need, and how I need it. If I want to get it with, let's say, a 200-watt solar panel, I can get it with that as a package deal for like $551. If I want to get it with 2 of the 100-watt solar panels, it's like $599. If I want to get it with a single 100-watt panel, it's going to be about $499 as well. So you have a different ranging of prices depending on the package you want with that. So there is a nice range of prices. You guys could step it up. You guys can move over to, of course, some of the smaller stations if you wanted. You guys could do like the 300 in the middle, 293 watt hours of power in a 7-pound package. It's got 2 AC outlets to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, 500 max, 2 USB-A ports, a USB-C port, and a DC plug, and a 12-volt 10-amp plug. 3.5-hour charge time, but can actually run a Nintendo Switch for over 40 hours. Now, it's a nice device that does really well. Next to it would be like the 240D. The 240D is 256 watt hours of power, but it is also another great product. If you wanted to step it up, though, and maybe go a little bit bigger, you guys could go to like the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2 is going to be 2042 watt hours of power. All of the same connections as the 1000 V2. So you have 3 of the AC outlets that do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power, 4400 max. 2 USB-C ports, 30 watt port, 100 watt port. A USB 18 watt port, 12 volt 10 amp plug, and flashlight that does 3 modes of lighting. You're going to have I think it's like a 2.5 hour charge time minimum with this. It's technically 2 hours. I'm messing with you guys. It's a 2 hour charge time, guys. 2 hour standard quick charge on this device with Charge Shield 2.0. It's amazing. If you want to, though, you guys can put it again in emergency situation charging. Have a 1 hour charge rate, and that's where it's going to really stand out with that. With fully charged, you guys could do a 200 watt desktop PC off of this for over 12 hours of runtime. You could do 1150 watt window AC for a couple hours of time. Now, if you had 6 of the 200 watt solar panels, about 2 hours would be your charge rate. 64 hours with the 5 watt light bulb. Maybe 60 to 70 cell phone charges. 26 hours with the 200 watt refrigerator. Remember, refrigerator is going to run longer than your PC because it kicks on and off with that on hand. Now, you guys could do 2.5 hours of the shop vac. You guys could do tea kettle, microwaves. You guys can, of course, plug it into mini fridges. You could plug it into your hand drills for 8 hours, your water pumps, your air compressors for 20 hours. You have a nice range of different pieces that can be ran off of this without an issue. $670, actually, I think this one's like $679 is the price point for the 2000 V2, which is a great price point. Get it with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for $1,099, and you have another great package to have. If you want to step it up into, of course, a class of its own, you guys can get like the 3000. Now, the $3,934 today, but it is about 3,072 watt hours of power with 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are going to be standard 3600 watts, pure sine wave, can peak at 7200. You're going to have a 5th plug above it, that NEMA style 14-30R. That plug is going to do, of course, connectability to your RV or motorhomes. You can connect up to a manual transfer station, or it can actually power your hot water tank, or vice versa. You're going to have 200 watt USB-C ports, 2 18 watt USB-A ports. You're going to have the 12 volt 10 amp plug and a 3-inch display compared to the 2.25 inch display that comes on the other pieces. With this device, you guys can run, a 5 watt light bulb for 9 to 10 days. You guys can do a Wi-Fi router for over 66 hours. You guys could do a refrigerator for 1 to 2 days as well. If you wanted to run 1150 watt window AC, you're going to get about 3 hours of runtime. Again, 20 milliseconds of switchover, so it has a nice quick switchover, but will do very, very well for you guys in the times of need. By itself, great price point, but you guys can also get it with solar panels. So if you guys want to get the 3000 with, of course, 2 of the 200 watt solar panels, $1,423 is going to be your price tag. If you want to get the 5000, which is another amazing station, we change camera angles and we can actually move over to it. You guys can get the Jackery Explorer 5000 right here. Now, the 5000 is a large system. This system is going to be 5,000 watt hours of power for $2,800. You're going to have 4 AC outlets on the front that do 7,200 watts of sine wave. 12 volt 10 amp plug, 2 USB-C ports, and 2 USB-A ports. 100 watt USB-C ports, 18 watt USB-A ports. On the back side of the 5000, or the side of it, if we roll it, you're going to have an AC expansion port. You're going to have, of course, a 14-30 NEMA plug, a 14-50 NEMA plug. Those are going to both do 120 and 240 volt charging capability. With this device, you can actually charge it in 4 ways. First and foremost will be through the AC expansion port connected up to a smart transfer station, and it's going to allow you to charge at 4,000 watts of charging. That's going to give you guys under 2 hours of charge time. If you wanted to, with that smart transfer station, you have it wired by your electrician, and you can run 12 individual circuits throughout your home. Now, the other way would be, of course, your standard 3-prong wall plug charging at 1,800 watts. You can have about a 3.5 hour charge time with that, which is a great charge time. If you want to go low power solar array with your DC 8020 plugs through your 500X solar panels and a 200 watt panel, you're going to have 1,200 watts of charging. It's going to be a little over 5.25 hours. So it's still not a bad charge time whatsoever. There is another way to charge it. That is going to be high power solar array. You guys can charge it on high power solar at 4,000 watts of charging for under 2 hours. Now remember, high power solar array means 4,000 watts or larger. That means if you have an 8,000 watt solar array, it's going to only take in 4,000 watts. But remember, you may not be pulling in that much power through all 4,000 watts of panels. So having more panels is going to give you more charge rate, which is great. There's also a fifth additional way, low power solar and wall plug charging. And you guys can charge it at a little bit quicker charge rate that way, which is kind of cool. So you do have that option as well. This should be able to allow you to run off itself, or by itself. It should be able to run a flat screen TV for like 2 days. You should be able to get 3 hours with your house dryer. About 2 hours with, of course, your central AC. About 4.5 to 5 hours with the window AC. Add 5 batteries and you're going to have 30 kilowatts of power. By adding 30 kilowatts of power, you should be able to run most of your home appliances for at least 7 days. With that being said, now you guys can link it with the second system and 10 batteries and have 60 kilowatts power. It's about a 15-day runtime. When connected up through the app, you guys can actually see generation and consumption of solar, generation and consumption of course, your electric grid. You guys can see and change if you want to run off high peak hours or low peak hours from your electric company as well. The app, of course, will allow you to turn on all those circuits. It will also allow you to turn on or off the individual circuit breaker boxes if you're running through, of course, the smart transfer station. I love this idea. You guys will know if there's a faulty system, if there's a plug that tripped, or vice versa. 7,200 watts of pure sine wave power is where you're going to be at. Link the two systems together, you're going to have over 14,000 watts of sine wave. That's right, you guys are going to have a lot of power. This by itself is $2,800. Get it with the 500X solar panel and you're going to have a $3,400 price tag. It's a great price tag. It's going to do very well for you guys, and it's going to do amazingly, very beautiful. Now you guys could step it up to like the 500 station if you guys wanted to. If you wanted to get the original 500, that's $284, but you guys are going to have 518 watt hours of power. That's going to do very well through the single AC outlet or the 3 USB-A ports. It's going to allow you to run your CPAP machines, blenders, or anything else of the sort. It is only 13.5 pounds. It's nice, lightweight, portable, can be taken wherever you want to go, and can be done very well. $284 by itself is a great price point, but you guys can also get it with a 100 watt solar panel for $445. Now, if you want to, though, you guys can step it up and you guys can move over to like the 2000. Now, we have the 4000 kit sitting here. We have the 2000. The 2000 is an amazing station. 2042 watt hours of power by itself, which is great. It's got, of course, that beautiful battery sitting above it if you guys want to get it, the 4000 kit. Now, the 2000 that we're showing you guys is going to come with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for $1,400. You have 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are your standard. That 5th is going to be the NEMA style plug that we just showed you guys about. 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and a 12-volt amp plug. $1,400, you guys can run your home without a problem. If you want to, though, remember it can be bought as a kit. So you guys can get it as the 4000 kit. The battery, the station, and 2 solar panels. Now that's going to be a $2,000 price tag. The $2,000 price tag is going to be 4,085 watt hours of power. 2-hour charge time off the system alone. 2-hour charge time off the battery alone. You guys can add 6 solar panels to the system, 6 solar panels to the battery. If you wanted to, though, you guys can link up to 5 batteries with this system. By having 5 batteries, you're going to have 12 kilowatts of power. You're going to have enough power through the 3,000 watt AC outlets that it's going to run most of your devices. Can peak at 6,000 if you really needed to. That means you guys can plug in a welding machine and weld off of this with no issues. Now, it can do everything you need and then some. For $2,000, that kit is phenomenally, beautifully priced for you. Now, remember, guys, this is the Cyber Monday deals that we have going on for you early. We did Black Friday deals. Now we're doing Cyber deals. I will actually be back tomorrow morning at the same time, 11 o'clock. So you guys are going to see another 2-hour show. We're going to keep these shows going, showing you guys these same prices. Now, remember, bunch of amazing deals. For anything you spent today on this show, over $1,000, you guys can use that 5% discount code. That's our gift to you for sticking out and showing and hanging out with us during these shows. 5% off of course, anything over $1,000 purchases of Jackery products. Now, if you haven't, always, guys, give a follow, hit that live notification button. You will know when we go live over here and when we do these shows. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on this show again. Guys, have fun shopping. Stay safe. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you later. Have a good one, everybody.